You're earning six figures or you are on track to. You have the career, the title, the outward signs of success, but when an unexpected $500 bill hits your account, a familiar pit forms in your stomach, and your brain immediately starts calculating where you'll have to sacrifice. This is the high earner's paradox, making great money, but feeling financially fragile. The truth is, your income is masking a deeper emotional contract you have with money. One built on scarcity, not security. This isn't about getting rich, it's about getting free. And the key to rewriting that contract starts with a single foundational milestone: your first $10,000 in liquid savings. This amount creates the psychological bedrock that lets you shift from survival mode to actually building the life your income should afford. Today, we're talking about how automating this target doesn't just grow your bank account, it rewires your brain and unlocks your career. Why does this happen? Why does a high salary often come with this underlying financial anxiety? It starts with perfectionism. You tell yourself that you'll start saving when you have the perfect plan, when you've researched every single investment option, when your income hits some magical threshold. But that's just fear dressed up as diligence. This perfectionism trap is a form of analysis paralysis, where the fear of making the wrong move keeps you from making any move at all. This connects directly to what's called the scarcity loop. It's a psychological pattern where no matter how much you earn, your nervous system remains in a state of high alert. Your body reacts to financial uncertainty the same way it would to a physical danger, releasing stress hormones like cortisol. In this state, every single financial decision feels high stakes. You're making choices from a place of fear, not opportunity. And earning more money doesn't automatically fix this panic response, it often just raises the stakes. This is where the $10,000 threshold becomes critical. Research indicates that this is roughly the point where financial stress begins to physically drop. It's the amount that creates decision space instead of demanding immediate decisions. When you have less than this, a financial setback forces you into reactive mode. But when you cross this threshold, the question changes from how can I afford this to how do I want to handle this? This shift is everything. It's the moment your emotional contract with money resets from one of survival to one of optionality. You're no longer just managing crises, you're actually starting to build your life. Knowing why this milestone matters is one thing. Actually getting there without relying on constant willpower is another. The solution is to build a system that works while you focus on living and earning. This is your automatic 10K blueprint. First, you need to calculate your personal timeline. This isn't about comparing yourself to anyone else. It's about creating a realistic plan based on your income and obligations. There are generally three paces: a 6-month sprint, a 12-month steady pace, or a 2-year gradual approach. A sprint might mean allocating a larger percentage of a bonus or cutting back on a few discretionary categories in the short term. The steady pace is about finding a consistent, manageable amount you can automate each month. The gradual approach acknowledges that some seasons of life are more expensive and slow progress is still progress. The key is to choose a timeline that feels challenging, but not impossible. Next, you need to set up the transfer. This is the most important step. You decide on the account. I recommend choosing a high-yield saving account with at least 3.5% interest, preferably higher. And then you need to automate it with your bank. The rule is simple: automate it and then intentionally forget it exists. This is where your brain will try to intervene. Perfectionism will whisper that you should just wait for a better time, or you need to research account options just a little bit longer. You must recognize this for what it is: resistance. This is also where you need to reframe any fear about the money just sitting there. This $10,000 isn't primarily for investing in the traditional sense. Right now, you're buying something far more valuable than stock market returns. You're buying calm. You're buying the ability to relax. You're purchasing psychological safety. The return on investment is the freedom from financial panic. That ROI is immediate and it's profound. This system works in the background. Your job is to protect the automation and focus on what you do best: earning your income and living your life. The goal is for the money to accumulate with as little daily thought on your part as possible. This is how you break the cycle of needing to feel motivated to save. The system doesn't care if you're motivated, it just executes. And over your chosen timeline, whether that's 6 months or 24 months, that foundation gets built. So what actually changes when that automated transfer finally pushes your savings over the $10,000 mark? It's not just a number on a screen. It's the moment your money starts working for your life instead of the other way around. The first thing you'll notice is a shift in your career decisions. They move from being fear-based to choice-based. Instead of staying in a draining role because you're terrified of a gap in cash flow, you gain the breathing room to consider a lateral move for a better future, to invest in skill-building courses, or to even explore expensive education and training. This foundation acts as a career insurance. That weight you've been carrying, it lightens. Responsibilities like kids' activities, family support, or student loans start to feel more manageable rather than catastrophic. They become line items in a plan, not existential threats. This is the transition from financial anxiety to financial scaffolding. The $10,000 isn't the end goal, it's a permission slip. It's the tangible proof that gives you the psychological safety to start pursuing your actual ambitions. Your identity begins its subtle but powerful shift from being just a high earner to becoming a builder, someone who actually constructs their life with intention. The automation you set today buys tomorrow's emotional freedom. Your money story changes the moment you let a system replace perfectionism. Pick your timeline and start it now. If you enjoyed this video, I invite you to watch the next video on my page.